van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days, and it's been weeks, and he has... What do you think, Sarah, of this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say that basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana. And God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. Good morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? Share this video, please. Help us fight censorship, as this, what they're doing right now, it is horrible what they're doing. Every day I say it, out of 70,000 people, this is what Facebook is doing to me right now. It is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. If we share the video, we can break those algorithms, and we can give it a like to the video, and we can break those algorithms. So help me out with that. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everybody. God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana. And God bless the United States of America. There were no notifications on YouTube. That is the reason why. This is a consistency of what social media is doing to every single one of us, that we are speaking the truth about what is happening in our borders in Mexico, what is happening in the borders in the United States of America, and what is happening around the world. If you're against the left, you will get this censorship. Horrible. And, you know, we need to expand the truth, and we need to expand the news. So you guys need to help me out to fight censorship. Inevitably, people are going to start coming in right now and talking about, you know, what's going on around the world. Hi to everybody in the United States. Share this video, please. Let's start, people. Iberoamerican states, the OEA, that is la Organización de Estados Iberoamericanos, has declared right here, and let me just put the article in, according to the article of El American, that is the American, leaders, Iberoamerican leaders, they asked the Secretary General of the OEA, that is la Organización de Estados Americanos, that is the Organization of American States, to please try to help with the change in Cuba. This is big, people. This is huge news. This is humongous. Why? Because the United States, on the current administration of the Biden administration, does not want to do anything to change the perspective of what is happening in Cuba. They don't want to help Cuban citizens. They don't want to help the situation in Cuba, as it is horrible right now. The Biden administration, practically, it is denying all access to Cuban citizens. And basically, they're denying access to Cuban refugees if they want to come in by the sea. Alejandro Mayorkas, the head chief of the Department of Homeland Security, has said that. But now leaders of the Iberoamerican leaders, they are asking the OEA, that is the Organization of American States, to please help with the change in Cuba. This is humongous. This is humongous because the world is watching. The world is tired of the dictatorship that is occurring in Cuba. And let me just read the article. This man, it is a person in charge of the OEA. His name is Luis Almagro. That is the one that is initiating the regional to just end the suffering in Cuba, they're saying. And it says, on Monday, more than 200 speakers of the Iberoamerican, 200 speakers, Iberoamerican, they accomplish to move forward with the Organization of the American States, that is the OEA, and they directed a deep message to Luis Almagro, that is the director of the OEA, that is this man right here. And it says, there is a public message through all these 200 directors of all countries. They are backing the categorical support of the declaration of a crisis in Cuba. This is humongous because this, people, it can trickle into the liberation of the people of Cuba. This can trickle into the liberation of the people of Cuba after 62 years of oppression. This can help out the Cuban people. It is just an unbelievable news because if you get all these 200 district leaders and also ex-presidents, they're involved with this letter, they can liberate Cuba. This is humongous. How's everybody doing? Thank you, everybody, for joining in. God bless everybody that is watching. Share this video. Please share this video. Help us out and share. Let's help out and fight censorship. Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. If you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting, Buy Me a Coffee is on top of the link. Also, if you guys we're live at Facebook and we're live at YouTube. If you give a like to the little bell right there, it will help break the algorithms. So let's give a like to the video, also on Facebook and YouTube. So let's go back to this. So Luis Almagro basically is saying that the document that it was passed on to Luis Almagro and to the OEA, it was put on by senators and also district leaders, active and retired, leaders and politicians, defenders of human rights, intellectuals, writers, editors, artists, journalists, universal professors, public speakers, and diversity of people of the organization of NGOs of the whole around the planet, that they're asking Almagro, the Organization of American States, that is impressive, it is unpredictable that the dictatorship in Cuba needs to fall, and they are proposing a plan to take away the dictatorship in Cuba. This is humongous because if they achieve all of these people, and I will mention some of these people that are trying to liberate Cuba, this is huge, people. These are some of the people that are trying to liberate Cuba. One of them is the ex-president of Costa Rica, Miguel Ángel Rodríguez, a Colombian senator, by the name of Maria Fernanda Cabal, a district leader from Europe, Herman Terch, a leader in Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado, a senator in Bolivia, Senta Rec, a Chile senator, Felipe Cast, a district leader of Ecuador, Juan Fernando Flores, district leaders in Mexico, Juan Carlos Romero Hicks y Marco Adame Castillo, and other parliamentary leaders and active leaders that they're saying that they're plus 40 and plus. So this is breaking news for everybody that is watching. Iberoamerican leaders of the continent of America and outside, they are right now putting a plan to the OEA, that is the Organization of the American States, to this man, that is Luis Almagro, to lead the saving of the people of Cuba. This is humongous. This is huge. And if they accomplish it, people, it will be something historical, because nobody is talking about this. The left in the media, mainstream media, MSNBC, CBS, CNN, they are not talking about this, because they know that if they liberate Cuba, the communist agenda will fall, and the communist ideology in the United States of America will fall. Cuba, it is a great example to the world of strength and also courage to fight against a dictatorship. But not only that, people, this is a manifesto to be put to the world that communism can be defeated. Unity, as we have been talking about this for the longest time. If we are united, we can defeat communism. And this is a really important thing, that we can do that. And a lot of people, more than 200 district leaders, are reuniting right now to practically attack communism and destroy communism in Cuba, the dictatorship in Cuba, and save the Cuban people. 62 plus years, people, of oppression. And now the OEA is saying, the OEA, that is the Organization of American States, they're saying enough is enough. We have had it. We are going to, all of us, push this forward. And there are more than 200 district leaders and ex-politicians, artists, and all writers, journalists. All these people are supporting the fact that why they're censoring the information of Cuba. It is a complete irresponsibility of Telemundo and Univision not talking about it. Not talking about it. And this is extremely important, that we unite at this moment, and that these people are uniting right now to fight against communism. More than 200 district leaders are ex-politicians and public figures. They are uniting to fight against Cuba. Man, we are all uniting against this dictatorship. This is the end. If we don't push forward from this, this will never be accomplished again. If the communist dictatorship of Diaz-Canel from this point on continues to be a communist country, it will never be gone away. This is not about the embargo. This is why Democrats want to make it about the embargo, because they don't want to make communist people look bad. So they're not concentrating on what the communist agenda it is about. So they push it and they swipe it away, talking about that it's about the embargo. But they don't talk about communism, how it is oppressing the people and how it has completely destroyed countries like Venezuela, that is almost relatively new to communism from 1998 till now. But the one that has completely been destroyed, it is Cuba for more than 62 years. And enough if it's enough. The Organization of American States has declared that they are going to push forward a letter. And this is more than 200 leaders of the Iberoamerican leaders. They sent a letter to the head chief of the OEA, that is Luis Almagro, to practically send a message to save Cuba. They are all uniting. It says right here that not only it is public politicians, district leaders, senators, retired politicians, defenders of human rights, intellectuals, writers, editors, artists, journalists, university professors, local vocal speakers, different nonprofit organizations, and all of these people are planning to push forward to save Cuba. You can imagine right now how horrible it is. That is unbelievable that Hollywood in the United States of America, nobody's talking about this, huh? Hollywood is phenomenal, huh? They don't want to get into it. But if it is a Black Lives Matter, if it is about oppression against the white man, and if it is about the systematic racism and all this kind of stuff, immediately every single one they do their little video. They put a bunch of clips, all of them together. They say like, "I support you, Black Lives Matter," and then you get like, I don't know, Shia LaBeouf, "I support you, Black Lives Matter." Then you get another artist, liberal artist, Miley Cyrus, "I support you, Black Lives." All of them. They put this little clip video, all of them together, hugging, grabbing hands, and all this kind of stuff. But when you talk about liberating people from Cuba, because of the extreme oppression, and people are getting assassinated in Cuba right now, nobody in Hollywood, nobody in the left in the United States of America is talking about it. No, you're going to make communism look bad, or you want to talk about that? No. Incredible news right now. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining in, people that are joining in. God bless everybody that is watching. The OEA, the Organization of American States, has declared that they are going to push forward to save Cuba. A letter with more than 200 politicians and leaders of the world. It was sent to the OEA, the Organization of American States, to the leader Luis Almagro, and to push forward to save Cuba from the dictatorship of communism. This is great. This is humongous. Thank you so much for watching. Buy me a coffee. It's on top of the link. People want to contribute to our independent reporting. This is international news. Now, in local news, holy cow, people. The biggest drug bust occurred yesterday in our city of Tijuana. And there's two topics that I want to talk about, but this is the biggest drug bust that occurred yesterday in our city of Tijuana. And and it was not in the border. I'm saying border, and it says border right there because it's Tijuana is a border that is connected to the United States of America, and it is neighbor to the San Diego. But there was the biggest drug bust. Thanks. I want to thank the journalist Said Betanzo Sarsola for this phenomenal work and information on this humongous drug bust that it was done. The biggest one until now. The biggest one until now, right now, at the border in Tijuana. So this says the report right here. Leaders of the coordination group in Tijuana, they stopped and recovered 263 packages of cocaine, and they encountered $917,680. There are 6 people that they are detained right now, which also they detained them with a gun, a 40 Glock. The fiscal general of the republic has people arrested. The municipal police was involved. Sedena, that is the military police, the National Guard, and the fiscal general of the state. This is a big drug bust that it was handled in Tijuana. This is a picture of the individuals that they were involved in this drug bust. A lot of them, they're real young, man. A lot of them, they're really young. And people are saying, why you put, this is a picture taken by the journalist Saí Betanzos, but why you put letters on their eyes? If you uncover the whole face, Facebook will drop it. So this, just for everybody to know, and for everybody to understand how, the president of the United States of America, the current president of the United States of America, Joe Biden, is saying that the borders are, secure, that he has the borders under control, and that nothing is going on the other side. Everything is okay. Because nothing is going on the other side. So all of these packages were inevitably going to go to the United States of America, but nothing is going on the other side. Nothing. All of these 263 packages of cocaine were going to go to the United States of America. They got stopped. But if they would not be stopped, they will be already in the United States of America. But no, nothing is going on the other side. Joe Biden says that nothing is going on the other side. All this money that it was recovered, $917,680, it was money that it was, basically of the organized crime. But Joe Biden says that he has the borders under control. Nothing is going on. Everything is okay. Everything is all right on the other side of the border. What are you talking about, Joe? Everything is all right. This is right now the biggest one, almost $1 million, recovered by the ministerial Sedena, and also military, National Guard, police. All of these packages recovered right here. They got stopped, and these were the individuals that they were arrested in this encounter. These were the individuals that they were arrested in this encounter. Huge news. Humongous, man. It helps a lot to understand how the situation it is over here and the other side of the border. And it is a lie how people are projecting themselves that everything is controlled on the other side of the border. Nothing is going on. Everything is under control. You're inadmissible, Oscar. In another news, and this is humongous. This is huge for the United States of America. Why the left does not like Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador. Why they don't like him. Remember that the 13th of February, Nayib Bukele visited the capital, and nobody from the current administration of Joe Biden went downstairs to receive him. So he had to rent a lobby on a hotel to give a press conference to the American public and to the press. Really embarrassing. Also, he was in an interview with Tucker Carlson talking about how he wants to protect his own country, how he wants to be a first-class world country. And also, he is one of the ones that he's saying in Central America, we want trade. We don't want aid. Also, he went on Tucker Carlson and told him the money that El Salvador people are sending, las remesas that they're sending from the United States to El Salvador needs to stop. Why it needs to stop? Because we are depending on you. So all of our people still think that if we go, they're sending money over here, that means that is better over there. So we're going to exit the country. So all of the good people are going out of my country and going to your country. That's not, that's not correct. That does not help. So he has tried to do the best that he can to put his people first, to put his country first, always your country first. He has done that to confirm and to build a great military, and to also ultimately put the security of its citizens first. Guess what he just said, and guess what he just did. Everybody's worried about the MS-13s. La Mara Salvatrucha. Donald Trump has condemned these people as being violent, as being ruthless, and animals, as they have abused a lot of people in the United States of America, and also they have done violent crimes around the world, but exclusively in the United States of America. Donald Trump has been the one that has been consisting to deport all of these people and to get him out of his country. Guess what Nayib Bukele just did? And this is humongous for the world. Humongous for the people in Central America. But ultimately, Nayib Bukele sends a message to the United States of America and says, stop blaming our country. We will handle it. We are going to handle it. I am going to handle it. And the way that I'm going to handle it, this article, look how it says. This article was released by a newspaper in Honduras that it says on the top, last breaking news, President Nayib Bukele will reinforce his borders with Honduras and Guatemala. Why he wants to reinforce his borders with Honduras and Guatemala? Because he wants to stop the gang members from MS-13 from exiting El Salvador, from exiting Honduras, and from exiting Guatemala. So he has deployed and he has gotten 20,000 new military people. Wow. So his priority is to arrest these people in his country, to punish these people in his country, to put order in his country, and to not be looked at as a country that is exporting gang members. So the message is clear by Nayib Bukele. The message is clear to send to the United States of America and to Mexico and to all the countries on Central America. The message is clear. I will stop them right here in my country. I will punish them here in my country. I will get a bigger military. I will get a stronger military. And guess what? He's a follower of Donald Trump. So he knows that military, it is extremely important to have your military in top-notch condition. This is unbelievable, because instead, this talks to you about how important it is national security, how important it is border security, how important it is that what he said. How do you think people are going to invest in our country if our country is insecure? How do you think that people are going to come into our country and provide a better life if our country is fully insecurity and gang members like MS-13s? How do you think that people will ultimately leave our country because the country is so insecure with gang members that they're going to leave? All of the cases that you have, the majority of them, entirely them, by El Salvador and Honduras, the majority of them have to do with gang violence, persecution of the MS-13s in El Salvador and in Honduras. It's a persecution of MS-13s in El Salvador and in Honduras. It's a horrible persecution. And I want to put something, I want to take a pause right here, because this is extremely important what I will put right here. Now, this is unbelievable, people, how this has increasingly, for the people of El Salvador, this is so important. This is so important for the people of El Salvador. And this banner, this is what I'm talking about. Nayib Bukele has done and has put an example. A lot of people are saying, Oscar, he's with the Bitcoin. He's with the change of the Bitcoin. What the hell with the Bitcoin? I don't care about the Bitcoin, really. I care about the security of his country. What he's trying to do for the security of his country. What he's trying to do for the security of his country. And what he just did, to put an example, to say, okay, everybody's blaming us because of the gang violence. Everybody's blaming us because of the MS-13s. Everybody's blaming us because of all of this. All right. If you guys are blaming me, and if you guys are blaming our country, let me put an example to you. will stop it in my country. I will not let it exit my country. So you will stop blaming us. No, remember what Guatemala did with the caravans? Remember? Guatemala put an example to the world on how to stop a massive caravan of 9,000 people. A small country with a small National Guard put an example not too long ago to the country, the first-class world country that's supposed to have the best military in the world, that is the United States. Guatemala put an example to the United States on how to stop a humongous, massive influx of migrants. I want to bring something that is happening right now in Tijuana that is relatively in with this topic of the MS-13s. This was a banner. Look how ridiculous these people are. This was a banner that it was put out in the city of Tijuana by the MS-13s. It was put out on the 9th of July. It was a banner that was put out close to El Chaparral, where is the migrant camp. This is why Nayib Bukele wants to control the MS-13s from going out of his country. I will translate what the banner says. And let me just get it right here close to where I can look. And look how they refer themselves. This is a banner by the MS-13s. The Mara Salvatrucha in our city of Tijuana. Look what this banner says right here. It says 9th of July. We say hi. Ay, cabrón. Un saludo. We want to say hi to all the population. This is a banner from the MS-13s. Look what they say. And with all respect that everybody in Tijuana deserves. We, the members, active members of the MS-13, of the organization MS-13, Mara Salvatrucha, we like to inform you guys through this banner that we are not the ones that we are complicit, and we don't approve no act that affects the Mexican society. Knowing the fact that we are a gang that at every place that we visit, we have rules and we know how to respect. So we are basically denying that we are complicit of all acts that they are accusing us. We disapprove every crime and participation of our members, active members, in such acts. We are clear and it's transparent that in Tijuana, like in other parts of the country, we are people, like every common people. And we do not belong and we do not work, capital letters, with no organized crime, between parentheses, cartel. Due to that factor, every single one of the gang that is complicit, and it has been, complicit of breaking our rules, that these rules have been imposed in our gang, we are apologizing to the population, and there will be a punishment to that person that has broken the rules of our gang. Due to the fact that our gang, we are really strict in terms to whoever breaks our rules. and we have everyone in the society, we will respect everyone in society. Due to those factors, we are sending this message and a communicated message to all the society. We want to say thank you and we want to apologize the MS-13. This was a banner that it was put out in our city of Tijuana by the MS-13. This is why Nayib Bukele wants to stop these people from exiting his country and to be spreading over all over the world. This is a really dangerous crime. This is a really dangerous gang that is already stationed in the United States of America, in Mexico, and all across the world. It is unbelievable the accusations that have been said about the MS-13s that they are installed in the migrant camp. They're talking about abuse towards women. They're talking about taxing the people. They're talking about, sexual abuse. They're talking about a lot of things, and they're blaming the MS-13. But right here, they let this statement and this banner to all the authorities and to everybody in Tijuana to know that they're not the ones that they're doing this kind of stuff, and they're condemning the people that they're doing, and that they have rules, and that they have really strict rules, and their gang, and they're active gang members. They're active gang members. So particularly, they're saying, you know what? We are not the ones behind all these crimes. Stop saying that we are. Thank you. Holy cow. Well, enough said. Amazing. It's just unbelievable. This is why this president wants to stop all gang members from coming into other countries. They want to stop all gang members exiting El Salvador and going to Honduras, Guatemala, and ultimately Mexico. They want to stop that. And it is so courageous what Nayib Bukele is doing. Look at this video that I will put right here. As you know, this video is really encouraging, man. It's extremely encouraging to see this video and the way he speaks. I will put this video, and of course the audio is not going to be that good. But, I'm trying to do the best that I can. Trying to do the best that I can with the audio. But I wanted to put this video so you guys can see how this man is focusing so much on his military. As exactly like Donald Trump was focusing on. And the respect of the people now, it is huge what he's accomplishing with his own people. It is really important what he says right here. Let me put the video right here so you guys can see it of how Nayib Bukele it is focusing extremely on his military and to protect his country and to make his country better. Always your country first. He wants to grow and to be a first-class world country. Who is denying that? And this is his video, and I will apparently the audio is good. Look at this view, man. It's beautiful, huh? Beautiful, the military service. This is a video of Nayib Bukele in celebration of how he is trying to reinforce his country and how he is trying to reinforce his military. This is a really important day for our country. We have the honor to graduate 1,046 military individuals that they have finished their graduation. The Armed Forces of El Salvador accounts with 19,186 soldiers. But today, with the support of all of you, with the armed forces, with the control of territory, the plan of control of territory, We have accomplished more than 10,000 soldiers that they are exclusively dedicated for the security of the citizens. And in total, today, we will sum up 20,242 soldiers that they are active in our armed forces. For the first time in a long time, our armed forces is going to have more than 20,000 in its country. Active soldiers. A really important topic is that the territorial plan, it is on different phases. It develops on different phases. It has six phases that they are normal, 6 steps that they are normal, and 1 step at the final stage that we are hoping that is not necessary. Of all of them, the public only knows 3. The first step, it is the one that we published on the 20th of June on 2019, that the name is preparation. And it is basically like the name itself, it says, the preparation for the territorial control of our country. We deployed soldiers, we deployed police, military, we deployed municipal police, and we used different strategies. And we accomplished to reduce homicides in a 60%. We reduced also the missing and the kidnappings. Not in a percentage like the homicides. And we reduced also the other crimes ultimately also. And like you guys know, the past assembly, the legislative assembly, the past legislative assembly blocked the funds for us to continue with our security in our country, to go on phase 2 and to go on phase 3. But in this stage, they already authorized the funds so we can continue for our security of our country. The phase 2, as you guys knew, and it was blocked by Congress and the legislative people, it was named opportunities. And now that it has been approved, it has been released the funds so we can continue with this plan. We can invest in our communities. We can invest in our young people and our youth. And to give the opportunity to the family and the young people to not get involved in the delinquents and the violence and do not get involved in gangs. Phase 3 is. And there was a complete confrontation with the past assembly in El Salvador. Phase 3 is the phase of modernization. I like this guy. A lot of people don't like him, but he's a leader. He is a leader. The United States of America and the Biden administration committed a big mistake of not negotiating with El Salvador. This is a young leader. A lot of people are like, oh, he's a globalist, Oscar Blue. He likes the Bitcoin and he likes that. He is for the innovation. He is to get his country on a track. He is to get his country as a first-class world country. You need leaders like this. You need young leaders like this. It is just amazing. Somebody's asking a question right here. And as Pan American says, the biggest drug bust is about 1% of the regular drug trafficking through the U.S. South border annually. I don't know. I don't know, Mr. United States Customs. The biggest drug bust right now, with all respect, Mr. Pan-African BMG TOW A1BLKMAN. The biggest drug bust in Tijuana until now, since January till now, this year, this fiscal year. All right? We don't know what happened in Juarez. We don't know what happened in Sonora. I don't know what happened in other parts of Texas. I'm not informing those. I'm informed, and right now, the biggest drug bust in Tijuana. It says right there in the title, drug bust in Tijuana. Let us go back to the translation of this video. So the third plan, my God, people, this guy is basically saying it to everybody that he wants to get the security of his country first. Without the security of his country, he cannot provide a future for his country. How amazing is this, man? And he's so young, man. Last part right here before I let the video play. The past administration blocked the last plan that they blocked $109 million to give you guys instruments, to give you guys weapons, to arm your guys, to give you guys equipment. Imagine this. The past administration of El Salvador was disastrous. Disastrous in El Salvador. That is why all the caravans were exiting from El Salvador first. Now, do you see caravans from El Salvador leaving? Do you see massive numbers of caravans from El Salvador leaving? Do you see that? No, you don't. And Nayib Bukele has recovered $109 million to invest on his military. That security, it is entirely a number one thing for the people to live free, go out and work, go out and exercise their rights, and to investors to come and invest in El Salvador. The actual assembly took away that blockage. We haven't received it. We haven't received the 109 million, but we are going to give you guys equipment in the military police and in every municipal police. And when we receive those funds, we are going to go on stage 3. That is to control the territory and to give you guys security in the territory. This is. And I'm not going to play the whole video, but I just got to how's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. Thank you so much for joining. This is the president of El Salvador speaking and talking about how he wants to make his country secure. He wants to make his country safe. The number one priority is to make his country safe. And there is no investment. You know, if there's no investment, we're never going to, you know, if there's no international investors, we're never going to know. We are never going to know. So we're never going to know what? We're never going to know how we can become a better country. We're never going to know how we can become a better, you know, secure country. We're never going to grow. And he understands that fact. He completely understands that factor. So important. What he's doing to his country is so important. How he is continuing to move his country. A lot of people don't like Nayib Bukele. Personally, I like him. Whether you like it or not, I like Nayib Bukele, man. He's for his country first. And this is why the leftist Democrats, they don't like him. They don't like Nayib Bukele. Because he is, supposedly, he's a narcissist. He's a fascist. All the terminologies from the left of the United States of America, they're implementing to this guy. It's just amazing. Again, there's a comment right here that I would like to address. Where are you, man? Where are you? I don't believe in conspiracy theories, brother. I really don't follow Q, and I don't follow all those platforms. They're not even worth it. How's everybody doing? Last news right here that is sad for everybody to understand what is going on. Let me just get the screen off right here. We were talking about not too long ago about how abortion is moving so fast and how abortion is moving so fast that it got approved in Argentina, and now it is going to get approved, and it was going to be a trickle effect, a domino effect, that it was going to come. It was going to come to the north. And I was telling you guys, abortion got approved in Argentina by the Senate, and now we got a huge problem in Mexico. The huge problem in Mexico is that another state has approved abortion. Another state, the state of Veracruz, that right now we got 4 states in our country of Mexico that they have approved abortion. Watch out for this in the United States. As I have been consistent in telling you guys that everything is a domino effect and everything is falling into place, and inevitably the number one purpose is for the United States to fall. That is the number one purpose of these globalists, of this evil and demonic agenda that is occurring around the world. 4 states right now, they have approved in Mexico to depenalize abortion, and the Congress of Veracruz, they vote in favor of 125 votes and only 3 against abortion. So it has been approved. In Ciudad de Mexico also it is approved, and other places in other states. But Veracruz right here, it is approved now, abortion. 4 states. A lot of people are concerned about this. Yes, it is a huge concern. Why? Number one reason why, people, is because this wave of abortion, this wave of activists, this wave of feminazis, this wave of the feminists pushing and pushing and pushing for abortion, it is actually compliant, and actually Congress is actually approving it. And they have known that if you get liberal people in Congress, it would ultimately, that is the number one place where they will fund all of these liberal agendas, and it will get approved. Morena, it is the most liberal political party that exists right now. That is the one that is ruling our country, and entirely our whole country. It is ruled by Morena. Morena, it is the ideologistic political party of AMLO that has the ideas of communism and liberalism to 1,000%. And it is because of that political party that we are getting polluted with liberal ideas, that they are contaminating our states, and ultimately the educational level, it is the second place. Mexico is a conservative country by nature. And it is, to be pungent and to say this, so disappointing that a lot of states in our country, they're being contaminated with this ideology. They're being contaminated with this idea of abortion, and that ultimately what these states have in Congress, it is the most concerning thing. That is the most concerning thing. What do these states have in Congress? And who is being a leader in Congress on these states? Now, this is a warning and a red flag for the United States of America. It's coming. Little by little, it's coming. And it is moving forward little by little. It's coming. Little wave here and there. It's touching. When it gets to the borders, that is when we're going to have a problem. It's already been, they're trying to get it approved in the borders. But when it gets to the borders, watch out. When it gets to Juarez, watch out. When it gets to the borders with McAllen, Laredo, to Arizona, watch out. And ultimately, the most liberal state that exists in the whole United States of America, that is California. If it gets to Tijuana, watch out, that it has been over here and trying to get it approved for the longest time. So, just for everybody to know. Last topic, And I wanted to make this clear because a lot of people are saying, close the borders, Oscar, close the borders. There's even pages that say close the borders and all this kind of stuff. I don't even understand. They're talking about close the borders and the borders are closed. What are you talking about? You want to close old trade, old aid? You're going to collapse. Really, you are. That's the most stupidest solution. Really, I'm not insulting everybody, but that is the most stupidest solution. Really, it is. If you get the numbers, really, it is. But if you want to talk about the borders are closed and you want to close the borders, close the borders, close the borders. The borders already closed, man. The only thing is that they have open gaps. And where they are open gaps is where there's no wall. And that is where the people are crossing. It's not close the borders, it's change your immigration law so you won't have a loophole open. Close the loopholes instead of close the borders. You close the loopholes and you will have a lot of people that they will not be using kids. You will have a lot of people that they're not recycling children to obtain the political asylum. You will not have families and families and families coming through a non-port of entry and letting them in. This is a statement from the International Relations Department that is led by Marcelo Ebrard. And it says right here, the government of the United States of America, it was a statement that it was released today because today, supposedly, the borders were going to be reopened. Remember and get it through your head. The borders are closed. They're not closed to U.S. citizens. It is not close to residents of the United States of America. It is not close to people that they have a work visa or a work permit. It is not close to people that they have an urgent doctor appointment or a legal appointment in the United States of America. Those are the only four options. You want to close the border on a pedestrian line and a vehicle line, you're shooting yourself on the foot. You're closing it to your people that they live over here in Mexico and they cross the border every day to work. Those are the ones that they're providing economy for you. You want to close the commercial line? We already talked about it, how the United States depends a lot on Mexico for their economy. The commercial line, containers, the exportation of vehicle parts. This is why you got the cheap man labor over here of the most profitable and lucrative industry in the world, that is the automobile industry. You got Mazda, you got Chevrolet, you got Ford. That is why Donald Trump never closed the borders. Like, well, I'm going to collapse. I'm trying to get the economy going, and I'm going to close the commercial line. How is that going to work? But it's the only way to send a message, Oscar Blue. You're going to collapse businesses to send a message? Why don't you change the immigration law where the problem? Why don't you change the loopholes where the problem is? Why don't you stop incentivizing people to come irregularly through non-ports of entry? Why don't you change the perspective of the president of Kamala Harris in the current Biden administration to completely stop inviting and telling everybody that is welcome? And you incentivize the organized crime. There's a lot of cartel activity. There's a lot of traffickers. The only ones that they say that there's no cartel activity, that there's no traffickers, that there's no abuse to women, that there's no trafficking of children are liberals, man. Are activists. These activist punks. And these activist lawyer punks. And these activist writer punks. Those are the only ones that they say, no, they're all suffering. They're all the ones. They're the only ones. Other than that, the whole world knows about it. In Mexico, everybody knows about it. So this statement, it was released by the International Relations Department of Mexico. It says the government of the United States has informed us over the decision to extend, again, the partial closing of the border for one more month. We will continue for a bilateral dialogue in which we are at a fast pace of vaccination of COVID-19 in our border that it will generate conditions to advance to a mutual beneficial agreement. This was the statement done by the Secretary of International Relations that is led by Marcelo Ebrard. So for the people that are saying close the border, your border is closed for tourists, for normal Mexican citizens to cross. The problem is that the asylum and refugee, the number is up to 62,500 acceptable people, admissible people. So it is not the border that is closed or not. It is your law, immigration law, that it is providing this massive influx to come. It is not that the borders are not closed at every pedestrian and port of entry. It is closed to tourists. It is closed to Mexican people. It's closed to tourist Mexican people that they're documented, that they have an ID, legal to cross to the United States. It is closed to that, but it is not closed at mountains, at seas, at lagoons, at rivers. That is where the wall is not built. That is where the Department of Homeland Security is admitting people to come in through a non-port of entry. Close the loopholes. You won't have this problem. Really simple. Enforce the border with National Guard, like Guatemala did. Send a message that that is not a port of entry. This is the way to do it. And you will have that problem. You won't have that problem because the problem is not through the pedestrian port of entry. You have a here and there case about coming irregularly, but that is not the main problem. The pedestrian, the vehicle port of entry, that there are all U.S. citizens. The hell are you talking about? They're all people that they're residents of the United States of America. The hell are you talking about? They all have a work visa. The hell are you talking about? Close the border. It is closed. You want to close it to your own American people? Go ahead and do it. See what happens. See how it is going to collapse. The United States has to be realistic to what is happening right now. Everybody needs to be realistic to what is happening right now. And the realistical thing is that they need to close the loopholes of immigration law. And they need to pass these bills, like the bill that Lance Gooden, the senator from, Republican senator from Texas, and Marsha Blackburn, the senator from Tennessee, they're trying to pass. That is the End Child Trafficking Now Act bill. That these kind of bills are punishable for people and adults that they are trafficking children and they're using children to recycle them and to get and to achieve the political asylum through a kid that is not even yours. Those kind of bills, they need to be passed so you can have a lock on the loophole that they are using. You pass those bills, you put a lock on that loophole. Oh yeah, you're trying to use it? Here you go. There's a bill. Is that your kid? No, it's not. You're punishable, man. Why you're using a child? That's abuse. That's child abuse. It is really simple. There's a comment right here. If Mexico didn't sign the pact, we will not having the people right there at our border. Let me tell you something, Alex. Do you know who brought that international pact of immigration? And since when it started existing? Do you know who brought that globalist compact of immigration pact? It was not Mexico. Who brought that idea? Do you know who brought it? Go back in history. Who brought it? Who used Peña Nieto as a puppet? Do you know who brought it over here? Who was getting it ready for Hillary Clinton to sign it? Whose fault is it then? If you know the answer. Whose fault is it then? Yes, Mexico, it is part of it because they re-signed the globalist compact of immigration and they had a way to get out of it. Yes. But who brought it first? On 2014 and 2015, I was present with 15,000 migrants from Haiti. They were starving outside right here with no shelter, no home in Tijuana under the Obama administration. If Mexico didn't sign the pact, we will not be having these people right there at our border. If Joe Biden did not say that there was going to be 125,000 people accepting, so Joe Biden has nothing to do with this on this current administration. Joe Biden has nothing to do with him inviting children to come to your border and saying, I prefer for them to be coming on our border for them to be dying. The Biden administration in the United States are saints, huh? They're sent from the, we don't know. We don't have no fault at all. We the people. No. No. Está hablando las cosas como son. We didn't. It is exactly the way it is. Who brought it? And who right now is incentivizing for this to happen? This is your argument. I want to ask you this. Who's incentivizing for this migration to continue? Who's incentivizing for your cartels, for the cartels to be working? Who's incentivizing for the continuous trafficking of children? Your president fault. He did it. He did not have to sign it. Period. Your president right now is incentivizing for this to continue. Your president Obama incentivized this to start. Get your facts straight. Don't get your feelings hurt. This is a globalist agenda. It has nothing to do with countries. Get it out of your head. Who's incentivizing right now illegal immigration? Why the borders in Texas are not controlled? Why we got liberal activists over here from the Biden administration still working in the current Democrat administration, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hear you. Who's incentivizing? Who said that he was going to let in 125,000 people in 1 year? Give it to me. Was the Mexican president? Give it to me. Who has 21,000 unaccompanied minors right now in custody, and they have full the detention center in Fort Bliss and El Paso? Give it to me. Is it the Mexican president? Who is not stopping the enormous influx of irregular migration into Roma, Texas, into right now Del Rio, Texas, and all the parts of Texas? Just give it to me. Is it the Mexican president? Is it the Mexican president? So you're blaming the Mexican government for not arresting the criminals, right? What happened with the government of Washington that they told the Border Patrol to not arrest traffickers? Which administration was it? Give it to me, Alex. Who told the Border Patrol in Texas to not arrest the traffickers right now? Just give it to me right now. Who was it? Do you know who it was? Washington. Direct order from Washington. Do not arrest the traffickers. No. Get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. It's amazing how people, they're trying to justify immediately. It's both of their problems. Yes, the Mexican president has done a horrific job. I completely agree with it. The Mexican president has done a horrible job on stopping the caravans. The Mexican president should have not re-signed the globalist compact of immigration. The Mexican president should have done that. But what would it happen if Donald Trump would not come in as president? Who do you think it would have signed it? Hillary Clinton and his best friends with George Soros. Buddies with George Soros. It was going to be pushed by Obama. Who do you think got approached in this entering the year in the Biden administration? Who do you think approached Biden? The United Nations. Do you know what the statement of the United Nations were? Just so you know where the United States is going with this globalist compact of immigration. The United Nations said, we are so happy. We are so happy that the President Joe Biden is helping refugees, and potentially we are going to be signing the globalist compact of immigration. Period. The justification of you saying if it wasn't not for the Mexican president to sign the globalist compact, I'm sorry, who brought it here first? Who brought it here first? I don't care if you voted for Hillary or not. It is your country. I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. It is the United States of America. I don't care. Who brought that idea of a globalization of immigration and open border agenda? Who brought it first? Say it to me. Just say it to me. Who brought that problem over here? Who brought it? Just give it to me. Give it. Why Joe Biden took away the tariff from Mexico? Which administration, which country was that? Give it to me. Just give it to me. The only president that stopped the massive caravans from coming in was Donald Trump, that put a tariff on Mexico, a 5% threat of a tariff, 5% threat of a tariff to Mexico. And now the tariff has lifted. Whose administration? You want to talk about now? Whose administration has lifted that tariff? Which administration is not stopping this? Which one? Which one wants this to continue? Everybody is being logical right here. Your justification has no facts. Really, it does not. Everybody's answering right here. Right there. The current administration. Oh, Biden. Obama. The beginning of civil war with the Biden administration. Biden. LOL Biden. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. The left did. Obama. Trump is the only one that stopped this. Obama. The Democratic Party, Oscar. Biden. Everybody knows this. Where are all these people hiding under a rock? Really, they are hiding under a rock? It's unbelievable. Sometimes the ignorance, it is just unbelievable. We have to be honest about what is happening and what the current leftist communist administration of the United States of America, what they want to do with their borders. I have explained this before. It is a colonization of the border. That is what is happening. Not only they're colonizing our border in Tapachula that connects to Guatemala, but look what is happening in the borders with the United States of America. Now, let me tell you this. Hypothetical example, Mexico gets out of the globalist compact of immigration. Is your president going to continue to incentivize and tell people to come? Hypothetical example. Let me just give you a hypothetical example. What do you guys think? Ask the audience. Let me ask the audience before I go. Hypothetical example. Let's say that the Mexican president says, I will get out of the globalist compact of immigration. I will get out. Let's say that. Get out of the globalist compact of immigration. I'm out. Is your president going to continue to say, come over? ¿Ontas, pues? Just a really simple example. Really simple. Is your president going to continue by saying, you know what? Everybody come? Or is he going to stop? I want to hear you out. God, man. So for everybody that is watching, an hour and 14 minutes, I'm going in. How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. The border is closed still. They extended it 1 month to the 21st of August. And they were supposed to be opening. They're supposed to, I'm not going to listen to you anymore, really. You don't have, your justifications are done. That's supposed to be your president. That means that your president is supposed to be protecting your borders. And if they're protecting their borders, our country will not be accepting this irregular migration. So, it's inevitable. We have a problem. Yes, it is Biden administration that we have a problem. Oh my God, we have that problem. But it's Mexico's fault. We have an incompetent president, but they need to protect our country. So let me get this straight, Dorothy. So your president is provoking a problem that is already initiated before. And if the Mexican president stopped this problem, that means that the responsible ones for the problem that is provoked by the United States are us. Of course, you're a third world class country, you're Mexico. Oh my God, you're Mexico. Lord, please, if you have a light that is up there in the sky, high up there, I know that you're spreading a lot of light, Lord, through all the planets that exist around the world. Probably you are in Neptune right now, the last planet. But if you got time right now, just throw just a little light to the planet Earth over here. Just a little shiny light, little tiny. Just throw it over here. I know you're in Neptune all the way over there, but just throw it over here. Holy cow. God bless everybody that is watching. Thank you so much. I extended myself an hour and 16 minutes. I'd like to address the public. You're coming over here with that thing, man. You need to be prepared with me, man. You need to be well prepared with history, with facts. If you're coming in here with me, man, because you throw rocks and you expect me to throw roses. I'm not going to throw roses, man. I'm going to throw a big rock. Facts over feelings. I know that my country is messed up. I know that my country of Mexico is messed up. I know that my country of Mexico has enormous cartel problem, has enormous organized problem, or organized crime problem. We have an enormous insecurity problem, but the United States is no saint. I have said it this multiple times before. They're no saint. I love the country of the United States of America. It is the greatest country that exists in the world. And whoever does not say that and whoever does not agree with that, is not accepting that the United States is the most capitalist and the most profitable country that exists in the world. It is the best country that exists in the world, wherever you like it or not, leftist, Black Lives Matter, Marxist, communist, activist, where you are installed in the United States of America, the United States is going to continue to be the best country that exists in the world, because you're not going to punish those people. Those people are going to stand and they're going to fight for their constitution and they're going to fight for their rights. It is a difference between saying that is the best country that exists in the world, and it is different between accepting the problems that they are created. It is a difference between saying these are facts, Oscar. Yes, you're right. We need to balance out, and I need to be honest with myself. Yes, if AMLO did not resign this globalist compact, a lot of problems would not be existing. But of course, the liberal agenda still exists, and it is to open the borders. Ultimately, that is the number one purpose. God bless everybody that is watching. Thank you so much for watching today. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Telegram, and follow me on my channel at YouTube. Follow me everywhere. Thank you so much for everybody that's supporting. Buy me a copy. It's on top of the link if you guys like to contribute for independent reporting. Thank you so much. We are people funded, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. But, it is sometimes when it's egotistical people and prepotent people and arrogant people, they don't accept the reality of their problems. And it is just, that is another problem, but when we get the facts straight, you need to dialogue with people that they need to accept the facts. When you dialogue with those people that they know facts, they know numbers, and they know where the problem originated from, those are the people that you need to dialogue with. There are people that just, trying to convince them a problem that they don't want to admit. They don't want to. It said that it coexisted before in the past administration. It is just talking to a wall, basically. God bless everybody. Free Cuba. Free Cuba. Liberen a Cuba, señores. Free Cuba. Free Venezuela from the extreme communism and oppression. Viva Mexico. Viva Mexico. Y por siempre Mexico. And God bless the United States of America. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always, your country is first. God bless.
Ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and Good thing, Sarah, this canyon right here.
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening?
Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best, basically fight for your country.
Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.